My name is Lillian, and I am here with.
Alma Byod.
Hello, Miss Boyd. So, I just wanted to ask you several questions as I am going into the teaching program.
Yes.
And those questions are about schools and how you like being part of it. So, let's see. How do you enjoy being a teacher? I know that you work with resources of a lot of students.
Yes, a lot of students, a lot of grade levels, all the way. In my career, I work with all the way right now elementary, all the way to high school. So it is every year grade level has its different things, and yeah, it's a very rewarding experience.
That's amazing. So, how long have you been a teacher for?
This is gonna be my 18th year.
18. Wow. So, have you always worked at Alvarez?
No, actually, at Alvarez, this is my third year. This is my third year doing elementary.
Okay.
Before that, I was working with middle school for almost 8 years, and prior to that, high school.
And what has been your
Another.
experience going with all three levels?
As I mentioned before, it's very different. It's a whole different world. Like I see the elementary as being the foundation, as it is supposed to be, right? The foundation of some of the characteristics of the students that we see later in the years, like in middle school and high school. And I think it's a very important role that teacher has in elementary, even though sometimes it's seen as like, oh, they're with little kids, and it's not. They make it seem that high school or middle school is more important, but no clue.
Not at all.
Not at all. Yes.
It's really interesting. I mean, as a substitute, I have gotten to work with all three levels, and yes, they are all very different. But going into that, what do you think would be one of your favorite qualifications for somebody that is going into teaching? If you were a principal, what would you do different, and who would you hire?
Well, you look for different personalities. It has to be important that you have empathy for, especially working in special educations. You need to empathize with your students, your parents, your co-workers, your co-teachers, if you get to be part of a group and work with teachers. So you have to have very good communicative skills. Very important to work as a team, to be a team worker, and try to always be reliable. Also, look for your resources, like try to be resourceful, and always ask questions. If you know, nobody knows everything in this field. We are always learning something new, and also there are different things that are changing every year.
That's true. And I mean, let's see. So, do you feel like if you ever get burnt out, or do you ever feel really tired after school?
Yeah, I think we all do, especially at the beginning of your career, and sometimes also during these times. Yes, generations are also changing, so things are changing constantly. Technology is also could have been overwhelming at the beginning when we started with the pandemic. That was an overwhelming time. Those were overwhelming times. Everybody had to adapt, including teachers and
Definitely.
students.
No, yes, definitely. And then coming back, and especially you being a
Yes,
resource
that was
teacher.
another adapting period that we had to take into account.
And you being a resource teacher, you're the one that is always looking into who needs more attention, and you're always there for them. So how has your experience been with doing that as well?
With working with inclusion and resource?
Yes.
Well, to always keep in mind, like I mentioned before, working with the teachers, with the general education teachers, because if plan with them as much as possible. Even though your special education students have very, very individualized plans and needs, each one of them has different needs. You need to tailor the plans according to the needs and also according to the curriculum that they are in. Like if they are in a fifth grade level, they have to be the work and the goals and everything have to be according to their grade level.
Okay. And I mean, for myself, I am still debating if I want to go ahead with and work with first to second or fourth to fifth. So, what would you recommend people that are going into early education to higher elementary?
It all depends on what you feel more comfortable with. But remember, if you get your depending on your certification, you get certified all the way to. Always try to keep your mind open to changes. Not to be not never try to get stuck in one grade level, because yes, you become an expert on the grade level, but then you're missing out on the experience on working with other grade levels. And when the changes come, because according to the different needs of campuses and schools and districts, they always tend to make movements and changes to teachers. So it's always important to always keep open. And if you get a grade level that you love and that you like, that is good. And if you get another challenge, take it as it is, a challenge. If it's a grade level that is going to be taking the state assessment, for example, which is third through fifth in elementary, that is a different experience also that you will get.
I mean, I really have liked all of the grades that I've sat for. And let's see, one last thing. Can you give us any advice? I mean, as to why you became a teacher and why to keep on pushing forward, especially living in the RGB, which is a very Hispanic area.
Now, why do I like? Well, culturally, it's an area that is very enriched culturally. You have different, yes, a lot of Hispanic, but you have different traditions, different things that are going on around. And it's a melting pot. We have different cultures as well. And an advice for someone that wants to go into teaching is a very rewarding experience. In general, I'm not saying only in special education or in general education. Every child is unique. Every child has different needs, and they come to school eager to be in a classroom where the teacher is making it a great learning environment. So you make your own rules in your classroom, but you also make a very nurturing environment for the kids that want to be there because of you, because of the environment you created for them, and where they feel safe and they feel loved and they feel that they're learning something. The structure also, like if you are you follow the rules, the students are following the rules, they need that. It's not, a lot of people think that students don't like to follow rules. They love following the rules because that gives them structure, and structure is safety as well. Okay, so yeah, always try to make your classroom the best environment that the kids enjoy being there.
It's amazing. Well, thank you so much for all of your advice.